Welcome back to my next match video. This is for Rio Salado, 2-gun multi-gun of June 2019. We'll also call this the mental meltdown match, which you'll see here why in a minute. But I bought my Prius for the gas mileage, so I wanted to show some mileage and how sleeping in my climate-controlled tent can eat up my miles per gallon, but keeps me comfortable and in some cases alive. So I drove to a Walmart in the area of the range, and that was just over 60 miles with my MPG just under 47. I got into town a little later than I wanted, and I was super tired, so it made it a lot easier to sleep because of that. After a night of sleep in the Prius and running the AC all night, it dropped my miles per gallon down to just barely over 36, which is still totally worth it though to me. So I'm going to put up the pictures of the match description. You can go ahead and pause it and read what the match is. Some of it will kind of make sense as I go anyways. But so this was the stage one, and it was all pistol, which is definitely my weak link. I was jerking the trigger. I had butterflies because it was the first stage of the match. Anticipating the shot horribly. I missed a lot of shots here. But the thing is, it was either 27 or 28 targets, which is almost 2 full magazines. And I only had 3. I had a 4th one, but actually, as I was loading it, I found out the spring is bad. So I only had 3 magazines to use, and with this being the first stage, I bombed it. So yeah, I ended up running out of ammo and just having all kinds of penalties. I also realized watching these videos that I haven't been as diligent as I should be with my eating habits, and I've definitely put some weight back on. So I unfortunately don't have any friends, so I don't have anybody to keep me on task, and I start to get in bad habits, eating crap, and not much exercise, and so I've been gaining weight. So the other problem that I had here was, to me, I don't like to leave an area with targets still available. So as you see here, I waste a lot of time chasing this Texas Star. I should have went through and shot at every target so I didn't have any failure to engage. My mental acuity wasn't there on this match. I think because I was trying to up my speed, I ended up just screwing the pooch on this one, and I did it on a couple of these stages though. So here's stage 1 results. My time wasn't terrible, it wasn't fast, but because I didn't engage a bunch and I didn't hit one, I got quite a few penalties. So it was 100 seconds, which is longer than my stage. So stage 2, more mental errors. Also, the red dot wasn't hitting quite as good as it should have, especially at this distance. It took quite a few shots on each of these to hit them. But what really did it in for me is I completely forgot one array of targets. I do wish at this match, I do like this match, but it's a little bit more competition based, and people don't really talk to you, don't coach you like they do at a lot of the other ones I go to. So would have been nice for somebody to say, hey, you forgot some or something. So you have to go through, each of these targets. It's the same thing on both sides, and these targets that I'm shooting at now at this angle, there are 3 at the opposite angle. So when you're on the other side, you have to shoot back to the left, where I should have shot them right here to my left. Totally just, I was kind of thinking like move through, trying to speed up a little bit, and yeah, just not good. So here we go, another racked up more failure to engage penalties, which really, kill my score, and my time was second to slowest, so that didn't help me much either. But with the penalties on top, it put me in last place. So this one, I thought I was going to have problems with. I thought this would be the hardest match of this, or the stage of the match. I ended up just slowing it down because the first 2 were such garbage. I ended up getting through it cleanly, which was really fucking surprising. Like I said, you can see here I slowed it down quite a bit. I double and triple check sometimes. I know on at least one of the targets I engaged it twice, but because I went slower, I was able to see what I was doing more and make sure I got all my hits cleanly, which I did. So what I think I need to start doing is, I think I tried to ramp up my speed a little bit too fast, so I need to just start slowly moving faster and make sure that I'm paying attention to my mental game as well. And I've got to get those together, because I've always just pretty much walked the stage as I go, and now I'm trying to put a little bit of pep in my step, and because of that, I'm just not paying attention to the targets, I guess. And for the stage 3 results, because I moved slower, there was, a lower time, but with no errors. It was actually my highest stage. I was not in last place on this stage. So, should have sped it up a little bit, but I didn't. So, and then the last stage here, I wasn't too worried about this one. I figured the long range stuff might give me a little bit of issues, but the rest wouldn't be as bad, because I just zeroed my red dot, and I figured everything would go as planned, but wrong as usual. So the pistol wasn't too bad. The last one gave me a little bit of trouble, but once I slowed it down, I was able to get that. And then once I got to the rifle, I don't know if it was just my stance, like I decided to stand and not kneel, and the prop here was pretty wiggly, so it was kind of hard to put, get a good firm, I can't think of whatever word I'm trying to think of here, but so it was, I was not really pushing into it. I had to kind of stand and hold as best I could. I got some of my hits, but really I speeded up here because I missed quite a few of them. I ended up missing, I believe, 5 altogether, as you had to do both of these props. You do the same ones, but I made sure this time to engage everything, and then I ended up running dry. I said, fuck it, it's just a waste of ammo just throwing them and missing them. So as soon as I ran dry, I just went ahead and called it there, so I wouldn't waste more time. So for those results, the time was slow, but the most thing was I had a bunch of misses on this one. So I'm going to need to go check my zero and re-zero, as I have another match coming up that's rifle only. So we'll have to see. So these are kind of my overall. I'm way down at the bottom. I'm actually second to last. This is my worst match that I've ever had. Even my first match was better. Ones where my back hurt were better. Mental just meltdown. Like I said, it was horrible. So here's some of my numbers. I'm the one that's blurred out, obviously. But yeah, second to last, last in my division, worst showing. So I definitely need to step that up quite a bit. And then to just go ahead and show here. So mileage total after I got back home was 140 miles round trip. And miles per gallon, still not too bad at 39.7, so just under 40 total. And like I said, that was running it all night while I slept, and then the drive all the way home. So there's that match. Like I said, I tried to move it a little bit faster. I think it was a little too fast for my first time speeding it up. So I'll slow it down, but try to go faster than I did before. And I said 40 miles per gallon on a 140 mile trip, not too bad. Thanks for watching, and join me next time, as I'll have a new one hopefully soon.